Right from the outset, the gantry was envisaged as being a cabinet of curiosities. It was all about being quite an exciting, slightly out there design. Here East was the new home for making and had a really strong ethos about creativity, inventing. We looked at the history of the area and it was actually incredibly rich in terms of inventions, businesses that had been really innovative over the years, and we picked out some of the key businesses, key inventions, and then we turned them into cladding. So this is the refreshers unit. It was based on the idea of the Cladding sweet factory that used to be in the Hackney area. Trebor took over the Cladding brand late in the 1970s. When we started to look at the sweet wrapper inspiration, one of the ones that stood out for us was refreshers. We felt that it was iconic enough that people would instantly associate it with the sweets of the 1960s, 70s, 80s. We wanted to create something that really popped. The refreshers branding was perfect. So it was about then trying to deliver the brightness and long-lasting colour for the unit itself. Yeah, it resonated with us and hopefully it contributes to the architecture of the gantry. This is Fridge Mountain. It was inspired by Europe's largest white goods dump. It was one of the first big sites to be cleared away for the Olympic development, seen by some as an eyesore, but once it was removed from the park, it also became something of a kind of nostalgic icon. We looked at the pictures quite closely and there was a kind of regimented order to how they were stacked, but there would be the occasional one that would be on its side. This started to set the scene for how we'd set the cladding out. Started to lay them out one on top of the other and then just ever so slightly move some off grid, twist some to an angle, and that started to give the feel of Fridge Mountain as it was. So this is the Matchbox Toys unit, inspired by the Lesney Matchbox Toys factory, which was just over the canal from here. It was quite a large employer for local people and people further afield. It produced an icon that I think many people in the UK and abroad will remember, the actual Matchbox Toys. Children and things still get those for Christmas and birthdays to this day. They always came in a really nice yellow and blue cardboard box, the same graphics with just a little picture of the toy on the outside. We didn't want to be super literal and impose super graphics onto the side of the unit, so it was more about that idea of pulling the steel toy out from the yellow box. There is a little bit more of an emotional connection to this one than some of the other ones. It goes beyond the idea of the Matchbox Toys and into something that people remember. It was such an iconic time when all these companies were here before the Olympics. It's all about innovative practices, innovative businesses, making, and I think that history can be something that the new tenants can draw inspiration from.